This video is the deep breathing. If you watch the cool down video, you'll see it's part of the 3-step process for the cool down. It's the last one. And this is where we're going from our fight or flight side of the spectrum from the workout. We want to go into rest and digest, which is recovery mode, as quickly as possible. And to do that, we can facilitate that through the deep breathing, okay? Because when we think fight or flight, that's, when we're very pumped, when we're in full fight or flight mode. The relaxed recovery stage, you can think of it like when you're sleeping. That's a very good example of it. Nice, deep, slow breaths, okay? So we can reverse engineer those two, fight or flight, through our breathing, and the recovery mode also through our breathing, okay? So that's what we're going to do. Start winding down, start turning off the ignition in the car. If you remember that one from the cool down video, straight away in the gym. We want to get into recovery mode as quickly as possible before we even leave, because this is where the gains happen. The gains happen in recovery mode. No point waiting 2 hours before you start your recovery. We need to start it now before we leave the gym or wherever you are. So for this one, when I'm at home doing it, I usually put my legs up on a wall. So I might just do it beside the wall and I'll have my legs folded against the wall. If you want, you can also put your legs up on a bench, okay? If not, you can just keep them flat on the ground. And from here, what we're doing is, I'm basically going to be trying to breathe out for as long as I can and then breathe in, okay? So I'm aiming for, now you can work up to this. It's going to be a bit hard starting off. I usually breathe out for 30 seconds minimum, and then I breathe in for like maybe 10. So I breathe out for 30, breathe in for 10, okay? And when I'm breathing out, I'm just going to be going like this. So through my teeth, okay? So my tongue is just resting there behind the teeth, and I'm doing it like that. And I'm relaxing everything in my neck, okay? So when I'm lying here, everything is going to be relaxed in the neck, and I'm just going to be breathing like that. And I'm trying to go out for 30 seconds and then in for 10 seconds, okay? And once I get that rhythm, then try to just do that for 3 to 5 minutes, okay? So I'm going to do it here. I'll do 30 seconds out, 10 seconds in, 30 seconds out, 10 seconds in, okay? Or I'll even just do one. One will be enough for the video, and I'll count it here on my fingers, okay? So you'll be able to see exactly how I'm kind of timing it. I don't time it like that now anymore, but when you're starting, you can see how long you can breathe out for, then how long you can breathe back in for as well, okay? So get nice and relaxed here. Okay, get the point there. Won't go the whole way through it, but as you can see, just when I'm starting off, I got to maybe 26 seconds, something like that. And then that was kind of it. But as I go along, I'll be able to get a little bit more each time, and roughly now, it's anywhere from like 30 seconds onwards after 1 or 2 long exhales out, okay? So this, it's really controlling your breath, again, which is going to bring you into rest and recovery mode, but it's also useful for everyday life, to be able to control your breath like that, of really long exhales, even longer inhales as well at roughly 10 seconds. It's really going to help you for recovery mode, but also just controlling your breath in general. For those jiu-jitsu guys, if you know Rickson Gracie, which if you're into jiu-jitsu you do, one of the best jiu-jitsu fighters of all time probably, he used to do this kind of stuff. So I don't know if you've heard him talking about like his Vale Tudo matches and all this kind of stuff before, but he used to do this in the dressing room before his matches. So he would actually say he'd go in, do his warm-up and everything, come back into the dressing room, do this type of stuff, bring his heart rate really down, so when he goes out there, he's very calm, heart rate's very low. The other person's at maybe 100, 110, he's only at 70, 80. Then he ups the pressure. He could be at 120 there, at 140, 50, and you can see how that's going, that he's going to tire them out because they're in more fight or flight, where he's more calm because he's controlled his breathing, he's conserving his energy, and he's just doing all this through his breathing. Okay, so yeah, very interesting stuff here with the deep breathing. But for us, it's just about getting us into recovery mode and get as much gains as we can workout to workout.